Hello all, welcome to part 4 of Cucumber Hybrid Framework series. In this session, I'm going to continue the building of framework, okay, where I'm going to show you how to optimize a code which is already written so far as part of the previous parts of building this framework series, okay. So let's go to the part 4 here where we are going to optimize this code, okay, that is written so far for building this Cucumber Hybrid framework. First thing is we have to move the code from before hook method. Okay, so let's switch to Eclipse IDE. Here we have this project, project or framework that we have built so far. So let me expand everything. So we have this pages, utils, factory, hooks, runner, step definitions, and here we have config, feature files. Okay, all these things are there in the so far built framework. Now, what I'm talking about is if you go to this myhooks.java file here, okay, in this we have before hooks and after hooks. And if you see this before hooks, some code is written here, guys. Okay, I just want to move this code into the initialize browser method, okay, which is part of the driver factory. So under this driver factory class, we have this initialize browser method. Okay, I'm going to move the code there. This particular code I'm going to move there. That is this lines driver.manage .delete all cookies, manage.window.maximize, implicit wait, driver.get. All these 4 steps I'm going to cut from here and paste it here. Okay, that's it. Here there is a problem with the properties, prop.get property URL. Okay, so we'll see that. So what we have to do here, first we have to do one thing, that is properties, config, reader, initialize properties. Step is there here. Cut it from here and paste it here. Okay. Properties prop config reader dot initialize properties. Okay. So we are initializing the properties file here and getting the URL here. Okay. So browser and URL. Okay. And here the problem will come. Here also we have to put that. Okay. Properties prop config reader initialize properties. And here we have to get the browser name. Okay. And here we need this configurator.initialize properties for getting the browser name, okay, from the properties file, okay. And here we need it for getting this application URL, okay. So yeah, initialize browser. Or we can do one thing, guys, okay, if you don't want this particular thing here, we'll remove from there. Only 3 lines will write, that is delete all cookies, maximize implicit wait will write. This step will keep that here itself, okay, in the hooks only, here, okay. Like this only we'll put for now, okay. Driver.get property dot prop dot get property. This is fine, guys, okay. So initializing the properties. Here only we are using the properties. Here in the driver factory in this browser method, we are not using any properties, okay. So we are just passing the things from the hooks only. So, but these 3 lines we have moved, okay. This delete all cookies, maximize implicit wait we have moved, okay, from this my hooks. And now you see here we are writing few lines. That is here one line we are writing, and then again we have to call driver factory dot get driver method. Here again we are calling this method. Rather than doing that, I want to call this initialize browser, and I should get the driver here itself. So what I will do is I'll simply say return driver. From this method only, I'll try to return the driver, and the return type of this initialize browser method will be web driver. Okay. By doing this, what will be what is advantage? The my hooks will reduce the number of lines. You see, this browser is now going to return, this initialize browser method is now going to return the object of this web driver. Okay. So I'll simply say driver is equal to, I don't have to call this get driver separately. Okay. One line got reduced. This method is returning the prop. Okay, initialize properties is returning the properties, and we are using the properties here and initializing the browser, passing the browser, and after getting this driver, we are opening the application URL. This is what we have done so far. Control Shift O, and unused imports will be removed. Fine. Okay, fine. This is one thing that I wanted to do. Okay, so to reduce the number of lines. to move the code from the before hooks. Okay, more code is written in the book before hooks that I moved into the driver factory. That is one thing that I have done. So we'll get this driver directly in the my hooks. Fine. Next thing is page object model and page factory design pattern. In that, we'll try to reduce the number of lines of code. I'll tell you how to do that. I'll close this stuff for now. So after doing that change, let's see whether things are working fine or not. Okay, before going to the next optimization code, after doing a major change, you have to check whether things are working fine or not. Okay, I'll go to the runner class, right click. I'll just right click on this runner class and say run as JUnit test. See whether all the tests are running or not. Okay, we'll check whether all the tests are running or not. 14 out of 14, 12 out of 12 tests should run. Okay, 5 plus 4 plus 3, that is 12 out of 12 tests should run. If they are running fine, things are working fine. Okay, for us. It's okay to run here and there. Okay, so whenever you do some major changes to the framework, keep running the scripts. 2 tests completed out of 12. Third one is going on. Third one completed. Fourth test completed. Now fifth scenario from the login.feature file. That is the last scenario from the login.feature file. Now register account related scenarios will run. Four tests will be there. 1, 2, and this is third one. And fourth one, this is. And we have 3 more scenarios in the search.feature file. They are running now. Okay, 1. See, after doing the changes, the tests are running fine. Last scenario in the search.feature file. Let's go to the JUnit tab and see whether you see 12 out of 12 got passed, nothing got failed. Okay, everything is working fine after that change, after moving the code from the before hooks to that initialize browser method of the driver factory. The next thing that we are going to do, as I already mentioned, is some change related to the page object model design pattern. So what is that change I'm going to cover now? So let's go to this login.feature file. And we have implemented these steps in the login.java step definition class. As you can see, guys. So here, guys, when you, okay, the first step is saying what? User navigates to login page, right? Here we have written the code. User navigates to login page. So we have got the driver from the driver factory by saying driver factory.get driver. We got the driver. That's one thing, right? Next thing is homepage. Homepage is equal to new homepage. We created an object. And using this homepage object reference, we call this method click on my account, and then we click on select login option. So homepage.select login option means you will be taken to which page? Login page, right? After this, you will be taken to which page? Login page. Now user enters valid email address where? On the login page. Okay, user enters valid email address. Here you create an object for the login page. Okay, so I want to reduce this line, guys. I want to reduce this line. How can I reduce this line? By creating the object in the select login option method only. Okay, go to the select login option of this homepage.java. Here, after clicking this login option click, simply say return new which page? Object of the login page, and pass the driver here. Okay, pass the driver here itself. Okay, put a semicolon, and this is login page. Login page like this you have to do. Okay, like this. Here only you are creating an object, guys. Okay, so by doing that, what will happen in the login.java step definition class? This method, once you navigate to the login page using when you select login option, you will be definitely taken to the login page. This method is going to return the object of this login page. So here write down login page is equal to already this login private login page is there here. So login page is equal to homepage.select login option will be there. So you don't have to create an object for this login page here. Okay, so you see one line got reduced in the step definition class because this method is now returning the object of the login page. Fine. Let's see where exactly we can reduce the number of lines. Okay, we'll see step by step. User enters valid password. Okay, user enters valid password. Login page.enter password. That's also done. Then user clicks on login button. User clicks on login page dot click on login button. Once the user clicks on login button after giving valid credentials, this method will take the user to which page? With valid credentials, click on login button will take you to which page? It will take you to account success page. Account page, I guess. Account page or account success page. Okay, we'll see that here. User should get successfully logged in. User should get account page, guys. It's taking to the account page. So instead of creating an object here separately, what I will do here is I'll just declare this account page on the global level like this and make it private. And now here I'll say, instead of double declaration, I'll say account page is equal to, and instead of writing this line, what I'll do is I'll go to this click on login button method. And here I'll say return new account page. I'll say pass the driver. Here only I'm creating the object, guys. Okay. Internally, I'm creating the object, and the return type is what? Account page. Account page. Okay. Object of the account page. So that's fine. Now here, go to the login.java, and here this method will return you the object of the account page. Simply say account page. On page is equal to, okay, like this, you write, and this is not required now. Okay. Now simply we are using this account page dot display status of edit your account information option. Okay. Then user should get successfully logged in. This part is done. Then what? User navigates to login page. Again, the same step. First step. User navigates to. No problem here. One page is equal to, okay. Yeah, fine, no problem. So let's go here. User navigates to login page. Yes, user navigates to login page. Then what is the next step? User enters invalid email address into the email field. User enters invalid email address into the email field. Here you don't have to create an object. Once the user navigates to login page, already object is created and returned here. So we are going to use that enters invalid email address. You don't have to write this. You see, number of lines are getting reduced. Directly login page dot enter email address. Here we are entering an invalid email address. Okay, that's it. Fine. Next, what is the step? Enters invalid password. Enters invalid password. Again, login page dot enter password, invalid password text. Then user clicks on login button. Then user clicks on login button. Here, user clicks on login button. There is login page dot click on login button, which will return account page. That's okay. That's not required anyhow. User should get a proper warning message about credentials mismatch. Okay. User should get a proper warning message. Login page dot. Okay, done. That's done, guys. Next, user navigates to login page. Third scenario. We'll check each and everything clearly, guys. Otherwise, that we may miss something. Okay, user. Here we have got the object of the login page already. User enters valid email address. User enters valid email, login page dot enter email address. User enters invalid password. User enters invalid password. This is the one, login page dot enter password, invalid password. User clicks on login button. Yes, user clicks on login button. Login page dot click on login button. And user should get a proper warning message, but that's already done. User navigates to login page, user enters invalid email address. User enters invalid email address. After this, user login page object is created. Invalid email address is where? This one. This is login page dot enter email, invalid email address, enters valid password. Enters valid password. Here, login page dot enter password. Then clicks on login button. User should get a warning message. User navigates to login page. Again, the last scenario. Navigates to login page. Login page object came. User don't enter email address into the email field. User don't enter. You see here we are creating an object for the login page, which is already created as part of the first step. So simply say login page dot enter email, login page dot enter password, no email address, no password. And user clicks on login button, and user should get a proper warning message. So these things are working fine. We have reduced the number of lines of code already. Now the next one, that is register.feature file, also will do the changes. You see, sometimes what happens is, even though these steps are already implemented, this project, okay, will give this highlightation kind of step things. Okay, so to make sure that whether they are really implemented or not, right click on the project and say Maven and say update project case. Okay, we have to update the project. Okay, after a while, these highlightations will come. Just update the project, and this highlightation will go off. Okay, after updating the project. Let's wait for the building process to complete. Okay, let it continue, no problem. So meanwhile, we'll go with this feature file. I'll update it again otherwise. Right click Maven, update project. Okay. Possibly stopping everything. Yeah. I'll update the project once again. Right click Maven, update project. Say okay. Yeah, it's done now. Okay, building process is okay. Updating is done. Building is going on. That's okay. So user navigates to register account page. Here we have to go to the register.java. User navigates to register account page. Driver is called driver factory dot get driver. Okay, that's okay. We got the driver here using get driver method, and we create an object for the home page. And we clicked on the my account and we selected the register option. This method should take us to the register page, right? So the object of here we have to write return new register page. Okay, we have to return the object of the register page here itself. Okay, semicolon and here register page return type. Return type is register page. Done. Now go back here and here simple register page. Okay, so I'll make it global private. Already web driver is there. Under the web driver, we'll create these things. Here I'll write private register page. Put a semicolon. Okay, already it is there. Okay, so I'll remove this. Done. Okay, register page is equal to home page dot select. Okay, this method is now returning. You see, but the return type of select list option is register page. Okay, it's returning. So next step is user enters the details into the below fields on the register page. So you don't have to create an object here, guys. Already the object is created in the previous step. Okay, you see, once you call this method, it's returning you the object. Okay, and one line got reduced. Register page, all these steps. Okay, that's fine. Next, user selects privacy policy. That is also on the register page. Selects register page dot. Done. Next, user clicks on continue button. Yes, register page dot click on continue button. Once the user clicks on continue button, user account should get created successfully. Account success page should come. Okay, this method should take you to the account success page. Okay, should return the object of the account success page. Okay, go to this method. Instead of writing this statement here, create object creation statement here. Here I'll write down return new account success page and pass the driver. This is account success page. Account success page. Yeah, done. Now come back here. Now this click on continue button will return you the object of which page? Account success page is equal to, I'll write. Okay, I'll make this global declaration here. I'll cut from here and create a global declaration. Put a semicolon. All these pages you just make it global, guys. Okay, better. Don't keep it inside the methods, even though they are required for other methods or not. Doesn't matter. You don't have to create an object here, guys. Okay, already object is created inside this method, and it is written in the object reference. That object reference we are using here upon success page. Okay, done. So this part is done, guys. The first scenario is done. Second scenario, user navigates to the register account page. User enters the details. Okay, same method, the same first two steps repeated. Okay, now user selects yes for newsletter. That method only is new one. User selects yes. Where is that? User selects privacy policy. User selects yes. Yeah, register page dot. That's okay. Then clicks on continue button. User account should get created successfully. Already the steps are implemented here. User navigates to register account page. User enters the details into the below fields duplicate email. Okay, this one will give you the object of the register account page. Okay, the first step. Okay, register page, and here we have to use that register page, guys. We should not be creating the object here. Okay, already object is there. register page dot enter first name and duplicate email we are giving here. That's fine. Then next steps are what? User selects yes for newsletter privacy policy, clicks on already implemented. User navigates to register account page. It will give you the object of the register page. This one. And after that, what is the next step? User don't enter any details into the fields. User don't enter any details into the fields. This is the one register. Here you don't have to create an object, guys. Already the object is created. Okay. You can say intentionally kept blank. Okay. Or you can do one thing. You can copy all instead of keeping it blank. Either you can keep it blank or you can write the statements here. No need to write anything. Sorry, you're not getting anything right. Okay. Or you can do one thing. You can just keep it blank like this. Okay. Pass the blank values. Enter last name blank. You're not entering anything. Nothing much. Nothing but you are not entering anything. You're just passing the blank values. Enter telephone number blank value. Enter password blank value. But you don't have to create an object, guys. Okay. Just instead of keeping it blank, I'm just writing the steps. That's okay. Whether you write or not doesn't matter anyhow. Okay. So next one, user clicks on continue button. And finally, user should get a proper warning message. Okay, this methods we have not seen, right? User clicks on continue button and proper warning message. User should get proper warning message. Yeah, register page dot get warning messages there. Okay, here also same thing. Clicks on continue button. Register page dot click on continue button will be there. Yeah, and simply user should get a proper warning message. Reset page dot get warning message text. That's fine. Okay, everything is implemented now here also. All the scenarios got implemented properly now. We have reduced the number of lines with this approach. Okay, with this new approach of the page object model, where some method taking you to other page will directly create the object by itself and will return to the calling method. Okay, fine. Then here we have the search.java, guys. That is search.feature file and search.java. And in the search.user opens application is there. User opens the application. Nothing is being written. That's okay. User enters the valid product HP into the search box field. User enters valid product. Here we create an object for the home page. That's okay. Home page dot enter product into search box field. Once you enter product in search box field, and once you click on the search button, next one is clicks on search button. Once the user clicks on search button, what will happen? User should be taken to the which page? Search results page. Okay. So this method should return an object of the search results page. Here inside this method only we'll create an object. We don't have to create this line separately. Object creation step we don't have to write. Just go inside this method of the this is a home page, guys. Okay. This method is going to return new. This is search results page. Already this class is there. Create an object for the search results page. Search results page, and I'll call this constructor by passing this driver. Okay. And here search results page. Done. Click on save all. Go to here, and this is going to return an object of the search results page. I'll make this search results page thing global here. Private. Put a semicolon here and remove the double declaration from remove this step or complete step here. We don't have to write any step. So here, once the user clicks on Control Z, okay, Control Z. Don't worry about that. Here, user should okay, clicks on search button. Once the user clicks on search button, it will return you the object of the search results page. Okay, so search results page is equal to I'll write. That's it. And here, now in the user should get valid product displayed in the search results. Okay. So for that, user should get a valid product displayed in search results. Here I don't have to create an object, guys. Directly, this object reference is used here. Okay. Fine. Next, user opens the application. User enters invalid product. User opens the application. User enters the invalid product. Where is that invalid product? Invalid product. Homepage. Homepage is equal to homepage. That's okay. And enter product into search box field. And after that, user clicks on search button. Yes. User clicks on search button, and this will return you the object reference of the search results page. And the last one is user should get a message about no product matching. User should get a message about no product matching. Here you don't have to create an object. Already object is written directly. You're writing here. search results page dot get message. Okay, done. Last scenario also is done almost. User opens the application, user don't enter any product. Okay, here homepage is fine. Okay, then user clicks on search button. User clicks on search button, that is homepage dot click on search button. It will return search results page. And finally, user should get a message about the, you see here, search results page dot get message is there. Okay, so fine. This is also done, guys. Click on save all, close all this stuff. Now run this once. Okay, we have optimized the code by returning the objects from the methods which are taking us to another different pages from the page object model design pattern. Okay, so we'll run this. Right click, run as JUnit test. Let's say all that this is a major change, so we have to see whether all the 12 out of 12 tests are running properly or not. Third test of the login.feature file is running now. This is register account related scenarios are running. Okay, let's see. You see 12 out of 12 got executed successfully. We didn't get any issues. Done, guys. So next thing is avoid static as much as possible, guys. Okay. So not only the automation projects, guys, but also the developers generally prefer avoiding static as much as possible. So in most of different places, we have preferred static, using static, okay, to call the method easily and all. But it's better to avoid static, guys. Okay. There are some problems if you use static a lot. Wherever there is a chance, we'll remove the static, guys. That's the only thing. Okay, it's not, there's an optional step, guys. If you want to do, you do. Otherwise, you don't have to do, don't do. Okay, it's up to you. Go to the common utils.java. Here I made this method as static. Okay, so I'll remove this. Okay, I'll remove this. I am not making it static. I'm just making it a normal method. Under common utils, we have get email with timestamp as a normal method. So how to access this method now? Earlier it was static method. So common utils dot get email with timestamp, I called it. Okay, but now it's not. It's you see, some once I remove the static here some classes are giving you some errors. Okay, login.java, where you call that method actually here. So here we are going to do a different thing, guys. Okay, we are going to create an object for the common utils here. New common utils. Okay, common utils is equal to new common utils. Like this, you create an object for the common utils class, and using the common utils object reference, you can call this method now. Okay, and you can make it global, guys. Okay, you can make it global. Copy this, just write down here and say private, and here remove the double declaration. That's it, guys. Okay, so I'm just avoiding the use of static, guys. Okay, earlier, just to make the process simple, I use static. Now I'm just removing that. It's up to you whether you want to take this step or not. Both the ways are fine. So as part of optimizing the code, I have created an object for the class rather than using that as static. Okay, next one. Click on save all. The errors are gone from here. Control O, some necessary import statements are there that got removed. Now go to the restart.java. Here also same thing. Here we are calling using because we are calling using the class name, because this method was earlier static, so I was able to access using class name. Now it is, I made it kind of non-static. Okay, so I need to create an object. Common utils, common utils is equal to new common utils. Like this, you create an object for the common utils, and say common utils dot get email with timestamp. Okay, I just make this global, guys. Okay, make this global. private semicolon and remove this thing from here. Okay, done. That's it, guys. Okay. Any other place we have used? Click on save all. If the errors are gone, that's fine. Done. We have removed the static thing from common unit. What about config reader? This method is also static, guys. Initialize property is also static. I'll remove the static from here. For configure, click on save all. The impacted classes will be shown in errors. Okay, you see my hooks showing the error. Go to the my hooks. You see configurator.initialize properties like this. I'm directly calling. Now I should not be calling like that. I have to say configurator is equal to new configurator. I'll create an object for the configurator and using the object reference, I call this method. And now I'll make this declaration kind of, okay, I can make it private. That's okay. Remove the double declaration. That's fine. Okay. This is the best way. Click on save all. You see impacted things are gone off. Then driver factory. I'll go to the driver factory. Here also I made this method initialize browser method static. I'll remove the static keyword here. And here also I made this get driver also static. I'll just remove both the stuff. Click on save all. And here I just need to remove this static keyword from here. We will avoid as static as much as possible. You see impacted methods are many. Okay. So I'll go to the myhooks and here driver factory dot initialize browser directly calling. So here now I should not be doing that. I have to say driver factory is equal to new driver factory. Like this, I need to create an object now because it's not static now. Okay. And put a semicolon here and simply say driver factory dot initialize browser. That's it. Okay. Make it global. Private. Put a semicolon, remove the double declaration here. And that's it, guys. Okay. Remaining all things are fine. Okay. Driver factory dot initialize browser. Okay. Okay. So fine. Then what else we have? This part is done. And let's go to the login.java. Here also we are using the driver factory. Simply create an object wherever you want driver factory, right? Driver factory, driver factory is equal to new driver factory. Make this global. Semicolon, remove this driver factory. And simply say driver factory dot get driver. That's it. Okay. Fine. What else we have? Click on save all. Go to the register.java. Again, same thing here. Driver factory is equal to new driver factory. Make it global. Private driver factory. Put a semicolon. And now remove the double declaration here and simply say driver factory dot get driver. Okay. Click on save all. Go to search.java. Same thing again. We have to repeat the same steps. Search.java here again. Driver factory is equal to new driver factory and make it global. Private. Put a semicolon. Remove this and simply say driver factory dot get driver. Done. What else? You see all the errors are gone. Close all. Now go to the runner class and run this test to see whether everything is working fine or not. 12 out of 12 tests should run after this major change. There's one more thing, guys, that we can use for reducing the number of lines. I'll tell you after this. Okay, after this 12 test run, I'll show you that. So let's go to JUnit and see what's happened. You see errors, all the things got errors. Okay, you see the major changes sometimes will result in errors. Mostly, I think that's because of okay. What is the problem then? We are getting the driver like this by creating an object. Okay, initialize browser is not happening then. Before hooks are not running also. Okay, so we'll do one thing. I'll just revert back this driver factory to static. Okay, let's make it static now. Static web driver. And then here also return driver I am saying, and here also I'll put static here. I'll just change it back to see whether this is causing the problem or not. Okay. Driver is called driver dot manage dot maximize driver dot return driver. Okay, so initialize browser should be initialized. Okay, driver is initialized and we should be able to get the driver, but you see something is going wrong there. So wherever possible, okay, it clearly says avoid static as much as possible. It's not saying that completely avoid static. Okay, so for this driver factory we can continue with static, no problem. Okay, since it's causing some problems, let's not get into the problems. Okay, so now what's the thing? Just go to my hooks and here no need to create this object. No need to create this object. Directly call with the help of driver factory class. Driver factory. Let's see. Then go to login and here also say driver factory. Driver factory. Okay, directly using the class name. No need to create an object, guys. Okay. Go to the register. Here also don't need to create an object. Driver factory class dot get driver. I'm saying. Now here search dot Java. Remove this. And here remove this line. Simply say driver factory dot get driver. Okay. Now click on save all and any errors are there, any issues are there? No. Now go to the runner class and run as JUnit test. Let's see what's happening now. Yeah, it's working fine now. Okay. Okay, as much as possible, we have removed static. That's okay. Total 12 tests should run properly without any problems. Last scenario, done. Now let's see here. Yeah, 12 out of 12 got passed without any problem. So this is fine, guys. Okay, this is fine. We'll continue with this. Okay, whatever we have done so far. And now let's see if we can do any changes anywhere. Go to my hooks. So already you create an object here. Configure reader. If you want to do this, you can do. Otherwise, you don't have to do this, guys. Okay. That is initialize properties, right? Initialize properties. So if you want to reduce this lines, you can do that, guys. Okay. Otherwise, you don't have to do. Simply say dot initialize properties. Okay. Now here properties prop you can directly write here. Okay, this is one thing you can do. You can reduce this line. This is also another one way. Okay, this part is not required. You see, this line also got reduced. New config reader. I don't have to store this object into one object difference and all declare that. That's not compulsory. Okay, this is an object of the configurator dot initialize properties. You can directly call. Okay, to reduce the lines. Then any other things are there? Yeah, this is required because here we need driver dot quit. That's okay. Okay, we'll keep that. This is one line I reduced. Okay, this is up to you whether you want to do this or not. Is up to you guys. Okay, let's go to the login.java here. If any chances are there, we'll see. You see, here I'm creating an object for the home page. Okay, here I'm creating an object for the home page. Is it really required? I need to create an object and store into this variable of the home page. Is it really required? We don't know, right? If home page is used anywhere else, is home page used anywhere else in other methods? You see, nowhere else we have used this home page, right? So in that case, we can reduce the lines. Okay. So here I will say new home page dot this method. I'll take it here. This is nothing but the object reference only, right? Dot click on my account. Okay. Control X, put it that here to reduce the number of lines. And here, just click on my account. Control Z once again. Homepage dot click on my account. I am saying homepage. I don't have to store this for now. Like this, I'll say and say this one. This will work. Now this is returning nothing. So here it's a problem here. Okay, here we are using home page. Okay, that's a problem. Okay, what we can do then? How to overcome this problem? Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Z. Okay, we have to create. There's no other way. Okay, we cannot reduce the number of lines here. That's okay. If this method also returns an object of the home page, then we can do. Otherwise, it's not required. Okay, we will not take so much of steps. Okay, that's okay. We'll reduce. This is fine, guys. This is fine. Let's not do much. Okay, wherever it is, there is a possibility of doing that. Otherwise, it's not required. Okay. So finally, let's run this. Okay. Any small change also, we have to make sure that everything is working fine or not. Wherever it is possible, we have removed the number of lines. So we have optimized our code to maximum extent. We have followed the best practices and everything is fine now, right? You see that tests are working fine also. Okay. So I think for this part 4, this much is well good. Okay. Let's not do anything in this part 4. So we have to still continue building the framework, guys, with other stuff that I'll be covering as part of the next session. Okay. Next part 5. Okay. Let the test run. First of all, let the test run. After that, we'll stop for this part 4 in this session. So whatever the optimization we have done is fine. And in the part 5, we'll continue with the next things. Okay. And this framework I'll be sharing in the last part. Okay. So I'll share you some GitHub repo link or something. So from there, you can get it. Okay. JNet 12 out of 12 got run successfully. Everything is working fine. So in the next session, I'll explain about part 5. Okay. Part 5 will be revealed in the next session. In part 4, we have optimized the code. Okay. In the part 1, we have created the Maven project, created the feature files, created step definitions. And part 2, we have written the Selenium code, created hooks, driver factory, runner class, and test. And we in part 3, we have removed the hard coding, removed the config data from the test. centralized it and removed the hard coding of the locators and centralized the locator in the page object classes, right? And in part 4, we have, that is this part, we have optimized the code. Wherever we can reduce the number of lines, we have reduced, okay, with different approaches. Now in the part 5, we'll do something else as part of building the framework. As part of continuing building the framework, we'll do something else in the part 5. So guys, that's all for this session. See you in the next session. Thank you. Bye.